I can't have a drink. I can't do it because I just lyrics just go all over the place.
Right. Good morning, Serge.
Morning, everyone.
Yay, morning, Serge.
So this time last week, Friday morning, 25 to 9 in the morning, and later on that day, you were going to be playing Nebworth.
That's what I was pacing. This time last week, I was pacing around the hotel room, round the table. I couldn't sit still.
I bet.
I was texting Liam. He was like, I'm on my bike doing wheelies. I think we were both like, what's going on?
And he also as well, because it was his gig, and I think he's, the vibe I get from Liam, he was very on it for these shows. He flew in a helicopter at like 8:05 and was pretty much on stage at 9.
Right.
So there was no hanging around. And I would imagine you got to Nebworth a good few hours before you were on.
That's right. Yeah. We got there about 5. Saw a bit of Paolo Nutini, which was good. That calmed me down a bit because before I got there, obviously I'd only seen it, back in the day, I'd seen it sort of on MTV. So I'd no real idea what it was going to look like from the stage. I thought I'll go and see Paolo. And then for some reason, it calmed me right down because it's like, it's massive, but it's so big, you can't comprehend it in your brain.
Right.
So it almost weirdly felt intimate. It's hard to explain because your brain just gives up and goes, there's too many people. Just, just look at the front row, it'd be fine. So I watched him and I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. And the crowd, you could see the atmosphere was amazing straight away. So it was like, right, this is going to be great.
Do you wear the in-ear monitoring when you're on stage?
I do now. Yeah, I never used to.
Right.
But I do now.
I would imagine at Nebworth, even though you got your in-ears in, you're like, that does sound loud. Crowd does sound loud.
Yeah, it was insane. It was just insane the whole day, everything about it. And, the weather, it was a perfect weekend because the weather stayed, the crowd was insane. Like Liam was great form. It was just wonderful.
And you guys were on fire, pardon the pun, but you really were.
No.
You were on fire. And and we said this afterwards, and we said it on the radio. It's if somebody had never seen or heard about Kasabian before and watched that, and then were told, see the front man of the band, he's never been the front man of that band before. That was never his job to lead it all. I don't think anybody would have believed it because it looked so and felt so natural to me and to us watching it. But I would imagine for you, it didn't feel as natural, but I guess it felt comfortable enough.
Yeah, thank you. I think I woke up Keith Richards and I went beg Mick Jagger, I mean, that was what that was what
happened. Line.
Yeah.
Pippa spent the whole time from the end of your set to the start of Liam basically saying, and in 90-second intervals, Kasabian was so good, Serge was so good.
Yes, Pippa.
For about an hour plus.
Come on.
I did.
So good.
How embarrassing.
Amazing.
I also loved what you were wearing as well. I talked about that a lot as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Black and red suit.
There's a lot of thought. That's my favourite bit about it. Is just how much clothes you can buy. It's great because you have to have a new outfit every night. I'm like, this job's amazing.
You're just in it for the wardrobe, really. That's
honestly, it's scary.
What do you do before you go on? Do you have a drink before you go on? Are you in the zone? Or what was the routine?
It's completely flipped on its head. Like I used to, my routine was like, it was scary. I mean, it was like, I'd probably go half a pint of rum. I mean, literally half an hour before he went on. Whoa. And it got more and more but now it's like I go on, I'm straight. No, I can't have a drink. I can't do it because I just lyrics just go all over the place.
Right.
So I'm straight as anything. So I'm sort of plugged in so hard to the energy of the crowd. I mean, it's frightening. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd imagine as close as it would be to fight, a heavyweight fight or something. I always feels like the atmosphere in the dressing room is that of like one of those big sort of heavyweight fights where you just sort of focused in and I'm just there.
Breathe.